Good morning, traders. I'm Dan Pavlonis, Senior Market Strategist here at RJO Futures, here to talk about the currencies, as we usually do every Thursday. We're going to talk about the FOMC meeting yesterday. A couple of interesting things happened. One of the most important parts is that Yellen spoke about being accommodative. And I think that's very important because we saw the dollar start to pull back from its rally that we've seen over the last several weeks, sideways up action, and the euro started to bounce. And I think by the verbiage, or her saying being accommodative, we saw that in light of economic data starting to weaken, that looking at the forward projections is that she'll do whatever it takes to become accommodative. If that means negative savings rates, if that means untapering instead of doing 10 billion like she did this time, they might untaper. They might actually do a little bit more QE above and beyond where they've already tapered down to, or the levels that they've been tapering down to. With that being said, also another thing that she spoke about is long-term yields flattening. If long-term yield flatten, it's going to be less likely that people will want to invest their money into yield-bearing interest and push more out into risk. And if you look at long-term projections in that nature, then we're still in the same category as we are right now. That could push stock market higher, that could eventually push the dollar higher, because another aspect that she's talked about is inflation. We're looking at different variables of inflation, and we're also seeing the dollar move higher. Can we get into this situation where we see hyperinflation? I don't think anytime soon, but we could see that, and it could also be a boon for the dollar, because you may see the Fed step in and try to implement some things to strengthen the dollar, to cut down on inflation, especially if they're trying to keep the long-dated yields flat. So if you have any questions, feel free. Give me a call. Dan Pavlonis, Senior Market Strategist here at RJO Futures. Thank you. Futures and options on futures may involve substantial risk and may not be suitable for all investors.